everybody, Rankin here. Just wanted to go over a few things on the bike. Had a lot of questions about the KLR. Most of this equipment's been on here about 2 years now, and I've done a couple of long trips, and I just wanted to let you know how everything was working out. So let's just start with the front of the bike. C. Bailey, gigantic windshield. Absolutely love it. Don't use it for trail riding, but for trip riding, it's excellent. I mean, it really is good. I never had to clean my face shield on my helmet because this caught all the bugs. So, rigid LED lights, great for driving at night. Everybody's asked a lot about how I mounted them. I just used their standard mounting and then basically just bolted it through right like that. Works great. I've got a on-off switch right here on my KLR dash. Turns them on, nice and bright. And speaking of KLR dash, love it. Two 12-volt plugs that are controlled by that switch. Ram mount. This is my new ram mount for my 7S. Don't really like it that much. It swivels around a little too much. The old one was this guy here, which I loved. Sat right here, super stationary. You lifted this up, clamped it in. Once it was in, I mean, it's not going anywhere. Won't fit my 7. I would love if they would come out with a taller version of this. What they should have done was put extensions on this bottom part, which I may do myself. I may actually modify this and put some extensions on it so I can keep using it because I love it. And this one was actually the part number. It's on the back here. What does that say? RPR 182 PD3B. All right. Let's go around and see what else is on here. So the bash plate, Happy Trails. These bags are Happy Trails. I actually have 2 more of these that hang down lower that I really like. I love the footrests. Tool tube I made, basically this is a piece of 3-inch PVC. A couple of Fernco caps. 2,200 miles, 2,300 miles, never had an issue with it. It was great. So easy to keep the tools in, accessible. Didn't really worry about anybody stealing them. Seat concept seats. Got this seat right before my trip. Was not crazy about it, but learned to love it, and I really do like it now. It just was a little different seating position for me. It felt like it pushed me up to the bike a little closer than I wanted to be, but once I got used to it, I really liked it, and I could still slide back on the back if I wanted to. Let's move over to, this is the KLR. This is the one I guess they had made for them. It's like a factory bag. It actually says KLR on it. But I will tell you, I was super happy with it. Let me get this thing undone. Because it expands and gets pretty huge. So I had this thing packed. It does have a map. You pull this off, it has a nice clear map area so you can remove this hard shell off the top and have a nice little, go ahead and show you that. See, nice little big map area. Okay. Rear view mirror risers and offsets. I don't remember what brand these are. I got them off Amazon and they were fairly cheap. I painted them black because they were silver when I got them. Work really well. You can turn steering wheel left to right. They don't hit the window or the windshield or anything. Probably the most comments I've gotten or questions is about the rocks risers, Speed FX. I think these are 2-inch risers. I think that's what they called them. I can't remember. Everybody asked me, did I have to move my cables? And I did not have to move my cables. All I had to do was I had to go down in here and release some of the clips. So look, if I turn hard left, these still have some, they still can move. They're tighter. Of course, hard right, they're completely loose. So I don't know anybody that goes riding around the world turning hard left except NASCAR drivers, so you should be fine. This was just a little clock I picked up from Advanced Auto Parts, I think, or AutoZone somewhere. Just tells you the temp, the day, the time. It's very useful when you're riding. It does it. These lights actually, when it starts to get freezing out, they flash to let you know slick conditions, which I thought was kind of neat. What else have we done? Petcock. This is a manual Petcock, no vacuum Petcock. If you have it on your bike, get rid of it. It's junk. It will leave you stranded beside the road. So there was a vacuum line that came in on the back side of it and it made a little S pattern, and when it got hot it would squeeze off, choke off the fuel, and you're stuck. I ended up taking off all the California emissions on my bike, every bit of it. The bike runs so much better and I love it. Did the doohickey, there's a video with that. Went to a 16 tooth on the sprocket down here. I'll tell you, that just gives you an extra gear on the interstate, or on the highway. I don't ride interstates, but the highway. Definitely lost some low end torque for sure. So if I do the Trans-America Trail, that will be going back to a 15 or maybe a 14. We'll see. Let's go. Tusk panniers. Love them. Absolutely love them. These, I refuse to pay $1,200, $1,900 for boxes that get mounted to your motorcycle. These are hard as a rock. They have a locking knob so nobody can take them off. They're huge. You can get everything in them. They make a great watertight seal. The only thing I had to do to mine was when I got it, I took this screw out, put Loctite in it, and put them back together, because these latches are known to rattle loose. I mean, it is a single cylinder thumper, so it does vibrate. So once you put that in there, I've had no issues. 2 years, absolutely perfect. Back road equipment. That's who provides this little mounting plate that these pucks that are mounted to this 1550 Pelican case. This thing slides in and out of this bracket, locks down with this. This was my luggage during the trip. I could just pull that off, take it in, perfect. I do have an LED flashing tail light. I cannot remember who I got that from. I have most of the stickers for the stuff that I've done. Kyoko. That is my lovely throttle assist. You roll it back and it'll hold the throttle, but you always have control of it. That is a lifesaver on a bike, like on a thumper, because you do get some vibration up through the handlebars. So that was brilliant. What else did I do? The Lex exhaust, as you can see, mine has turned white, because as I found out, you have to repack these, which I did not know because I'm not a big motocross guy. So when I went to repack it, there was no insulation left in there, so I guess that's why it turned white. But it is repacked now. This guy, sorry about the camera work, I'm trying to do it all one-handed. Mad Dog Gear. This is a cover that I'm probably going to film it for you. I got it at Walmart. It's made for a four-wheeler. I was not going to take it on my trip because I thought it was going to add too much weight and be too bulky. I strapped it on like that. I was so grateful I took it with me. It was the greatest thing to get on a dry motorcycle in the morning. I'll tell you what, it was worth its weight in gold. So I got a battery maintainer hooked up. You know, when I'm not riding, I can hook that up and whatever. I think I've pretty much covered the majority of my upgrades. And there's other videos that have shown a lot of this stuff. But I love the setup I've got. Everything has worked really, really well. I've had no issues, knock on wood, that have come up. The bike has just performed very, very well. And we've got 7,441 miles on it right now. Oh, I'm also running Evans waterless coolant, so it keeps corrosion out of the engine. So let's see if we can find their sticker. It's back here somewhere. There we go. And the no pinch Baja tool for changing tires, absolutely awesome. And then I got a uni air filter in there that's really nice. So I think that's pretty much everything. I'm gonna throw the cover over the bike just to let you guys see what that looks like. All right, so I thought I would wait forever to find a cover to fit this big of a bike with everything on it. Look, Mad Dog cover from Walmart. It's a 4-wheeler cover. Oh, look, comes all the way around, and I've even got it a little off center, but covers the back, wraps all the way around the panniers, both sides, all the way down. I mean, it's like it was made for this bike. It's kind of stupid, and it's really lightweight, so it goes back in that little bag, keeps you nice and dry. So I would suggest, if you don't like riding wet bikes, that's a good one to get.